Following the passage of Tropical Storm Erika, we went out very early the following day to do a visual inspection to ascertain the extent of damage, so that we would have some indication as to whether we needed to look to bringing in external assistance to cope with this event. Having deemed that was necessary, we requested PADRU, which is the Pan American Disaster Response Unit, an arm of the Federation, as well as a good partner of the Red Cross here, the French Red Cross of Iraq, to come in and provide assistance. We have 4 delegates presently on island assisting us in drawing up a work plan and preparing a DREF, a Disaster Response Emergency Fund appeal for response efforts here. In as much as it seems that flooding is becoming one of our recurrent hazards, we have spoken with the French Red Cross, who are strong in doing water and sanitation projects, to assist us in that area as well. So today, a water filtration plant was landed at Portsmouth. This mobile plant will enable, if working sort of 24 hours, it can provide potable water for 4,500 persons. We had a discussion with DOASCO to ascertain which communities, which areas are likely to be delayed in having their reconnection of potable water. And the first place that was mentioned was Granby. So the likelihood is that we will put this mobile plant in Granby, and this will be a collaborative effort between Red Cross and DOASCO, where we'll train Red Cross volunteers, DOASCO workers, so that we can have this plant up and running in the next few days. And this plant, of course, will remain available for future events, and in between, disasters, if DOASCO has need for the use of this plant, if something should happen, then it's already available and on island for their use. Our first action was really to go out and do damage and needs assessments in as many communities as we could reach. Many of them were inaccessible by road, so we used boats to go in, and we can thank Digicel for making those boats available for use. And being cognizant of the fact that people had been isolated for 24 hours and needed water, we traveled in with water and whatever food supplies we had on hand. We've disbursed 200 food parcels to date. The bulk of the many pledges of in-kind assistance and cash, and starting from tomorrow, the container loads of relief items, including food, will start coming on island and will be available for distribution. This is likely to go on for some time, in that at the request of the Prime Minister, we've been paying particular attention to the residents from Petit Savan who were evacuated to town. And we've been doing a registration process with them. As far as extended assistance, relief assistance, this group of persons will be given particular attention in terms of feeding, providing, food, even for those who are staying with relatives. They're going to need additional food items, but looking towards a longer-term relocation process for these persons, if they opt to remain someplace other than going back to Petit Savan. So in that respect, we have spoken with OFTA USAID, who will provide funding to Red Cross to facilitate this process. We've had pledges of money from overseas, exact amounts not yet known. And we've also had the Regional Directorate of FCIB express an interest in providing funding as well. So we're waiting until we were sure of what numbers have come in, and we can draw up a budget as to what will be necessary to assist this special group of persons. The other communities which have, been impacted and who have families that have been will be in need of assistance will also be assisted. So working together, once we have a beneficiary list, which will be shared with NEPO, so that the Food and General Supplies and Red Cross can decide who's given to what, so that we don't have a duplication of services. So this is where we're at present. We have, given out quite 1,000 jerry cans of 5-liter water bladders to date, 840 liters of water, 50 hygiene kits, mainly to the residents from PT Savan, clothing, and food parcels. We're very grateful to the number of volunteers that have turned out to assist us, not just Red Cross volunteers, service club, walk-ins. So it's been very gratifying to see how everyone has come together towards one goal, to assist those who've been affected. And in this regard, I would sort of ask employers of these volunteers, because we know work has resumed, some of them will have to go back to work, but to give them some time to assist us, because the big job of distribution is still ahead of us. But we certainly thank them, all the other local donors that have been sending in stuff. Our thanks to them, and we hope it will keep up. Thank you.